Q92.9, 80s, 90s, 2K, and today, every Friday, we bring Chuck the Movie Guy in and tells us what's going on with movies. We have extra stuff today because after we talk about the current movies, we want to touch on the whole Batman thing going on here in town. But what are we starting with movie-wise this weekend?
Oh, huge movie, a prequel. It's Rise of the Planet of the Apes.
You know, this movie came out of nowhere. It seems to me like the last Planet of the Apes movie that came out
was forever ago.
Number one, forever ago, but like the month and a half before it came out, all you saw was everything about Planet of the Apes on, like, you know, Entertainment Tonight or whatever.
Well, I don't watch trailers anymore, and I knew this was coming, and I had heard a small buzz, especially that's going on, that this is, you know, one of the best reviewed movies of the year. All the critics seem to be liking it, and I actually saw it at midnight last night because Fox doesn't screen in Pittsburgh, so I had to, you know, caught it at midnight last night, and I have to tell you, it is fantastic.
Yeah, that's what it's saying. The headline was like fist-pumping fun.
It is nonstop. I mean, I was tired going into it. I'm thinking, oh, I got to force myself to stay awake, and it's like exciting and interesting, and you're watching. It's literally everything we know, like from the very first movie with Cornelius and Ape, and then Caesar. We see how the apes became intelligent, and it's James Franco's the main star. John Lithgow's in this as well, and he's trying to cure Alzheimer's, and actually they're testing it on apes, and as it turns out, the apes are getting smarter, and this one ape gets, Caesar gets really smart, so.
And he learns to bang the cymbals together like the monkeys do.
And he can do the see no evil, hear no evil, and
what
it's
a smart little monkey.
It is amazing, Dave. It's really strange how the ape resembles you.
Oh no!
I saw yesterday that PETA is supporting this movie because
really?
They said they're supporting because the apes win.
Well, the apes. I'm like, I don't know. It's pretty violent, and I tell you what, special effects are really done. They did it the way that they did the Lord of the Rings Gollum, Andy Serkis. They literally motion capture with the apes. So, I mean, the special effects are really good.
Yeah, I was going to say, these apes look creepily real. Like, just the way that they move, and it's creepy.
I thought it was a fantastic movie, and I'm very excited, especially if you're a fan of the Planet of the Apes. You're going to go into this, and there's actually a couple of little jokes in there, too, having to do with Planet of the Apes that you got to catch.
But they're basically cartoons. Right?
No.
The apes?
No.
In this movie?
No, they're not.
They're CGI and everything?
CGI. Well, yeah.
Which is cartoon. I'm sorry.
It's actually people playing the apes, but then the computer generates that.
So, I'm not sure if I'm sold on that. I like the old Planet. I thought the costumes in the old Planet of the Apes were pretty good.
Well, I tell you what, I honestly think this is my favorite of all the Planet of the Apes movies, because there are some bad Planet of the Apes movies, I mean, but
I actually thought the girl ape in the original ones was that Cornelius's wife or something.
Yeah, I think so.
She was like cute.
Okay, all right. Well, moving
back
on.
to Dave resembling an ape.
There's another movie out on the exact opposite end. It's called The Change Up, and
I can't wait to see that.
It's a switcheroo movie. We've seen 1,000 of these, and I'm like, okay, but this one's got Ryan Reynolds and Jason Bateman and Olivia Wilde, who I will go watch her read the phone book. She's so freaking hot, and Leslie Mann's in this as well. And I really went in with low expectations because it's a switching movie. They switch bodies.
18 again.
Exactly. How many times?
Friday.
And I have to tell you something. I haven't laughed this much in years. This is one of the funniest movies. It's up there with Sarah Marshall, and I'm trying to think of the last few movies I saw that really made me laugh.
The Hangover?
This is better than the first Hangover.
Really?
It really is. Now, it is rated R, really raunchy, and lots of boobs. They show, in this movie.
Not counting Jason Bateman?
Not counting Jason Bateman.
You know what? I feel like Jason Bateman has been so underrated. I think he's hilarious.
I don't think he's underrated. I think everybody knows how great he is.
Yeah,
I mean, from Arrested Development up until now.
And a lot of, Arrested Development, as much as we all know how great of a show that is, it was still not watched. That probably more people saw it on DVD than they actually saw it in the. That's why there's all that rumor of the movie coming, the Arrested Development movie.
And every 6 months there's a new little piece of information about that movie. Last I heard, it was a go.
Yeah, well, so did I. Last I heard. Now this movie is once again rated R, very heavily crude, but so funny. I mean, it's hysterical. Go see that if you're not into science fiction, Planet of the Apes, and you're probably thinking, well, wait, what am I going to do? I have my kids this weekend. I can't take them to either
Bring
one of
them
these
to the Change Up.
No, actually, there's great exciting news. It's not going to cost you a cent because there's a movie tonight that airs on the Disney Channel at 8 o'clock. It's Phineas and Ferb, the movie, Across the Second
Oh.
Dimension. I'm a huge Phineas and Ferb fan. And I
Me
got to see
too.
this on the big screen, but it's free, you know, for anybody that has the Disney Channel tonight. And it's actually, you know, if you watch Phineas and Ferb, you know that each of the cartoons is like 11 minutes long. 'Cause there's two.
Right.
This is a full blown out, you know, hour and a half movie. And it's great because what happens is they literally find out. I mean, Phineas finds out that his pet Perry the platypus is actually a secret agent, and they go across
That was a nice
in another
voiceover,
dimension.
that.
Thank you very much. That's my Dr. Doofenshmirtz or whatever. But they go over to another dimension, and they see their doubles. And what's great about the Phineas and Ferb movies is not only is it very good cartoon, but there are so many references for adults that'll go completely over the kids' heads. I was laughing, and like, you know, the kids don't have any idea why I was laughing, but they do a great job. It does get a little bit crazy and chaotic at the end of this movie. I was like, wow, this is a lot to go on, but I mean, I can't wait to see it again.
And it's rated R as well.
No, it's on the Disney Channel. So that's tonight at 8:00, and I'm sure they'll show it a million times.
Oh my God, they're good at that.
Yeah.
Hey, hang out here a few minutes. We want to touch on some information about Batman and the filming going on in here in Pittsburgh. Some things you might need to know for this weekend. We'll let you know what that is coming up at Q92.9.